let me tell you something. When you get a new fighting game, you start to look up different characters that could be in the fighting game. You start to see some real crazy chicas out there. One in particular is this one. Oh boy, she won me mamacita. And this one. Oh boy, she got a big set of sword. That's a big sword. This game might be for me. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So I've been looking at the trailer for the Granblue versus over and over and over, and I decided to kind of do a little bit of a breakdown. We're now in that phase where it's like we're waiting for more information, we're waiting for more trailers, more details on the game and the mechanics and the gameplay and such, and that's a really exciting phase. I remember when I did this before with BlazBlue and BB Tag, all sorts of games I've done this for. And I really enjoy it, to speculate and to see what kind of things we can think of ourselves, and hopefully some of those things will come true in the future. So I wanted to kind of do that again with Granblue Versus, because I am very interested in the game and I do want to take it seriously somewhat, you know, depending on how it turns out in the future. Nonetheless, I want to break down the trailer and for gameplay and such, and see what we can find out. I've watched it a couple times and I found out a few things myself, but maybe we can see something here. If I miss anything, or if you guys have anything to input, let me know in the comment section down below, or send me a DM, or no, not DM, I'm sorry, mention me on Twitter. So let's get right into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the trailer booted up right here in Adobe Premiere, so I can go frame by frame. It's a nice program for that aspect. So we're gonna be going into the trailer. I watched it many times, like I said, and tried to get some sort of information out of it. So let's take a look at it. So yeah, it's Granblue Fantasy. It's made by Psy Games, or it's made by Arc System, and Psy Games is partnering up with them, which is really cool. So we get our first bit right here, which is the first thing I wanted to talk about, and that is intros. Intros in this game are going to be awesome, and I love the direction that they're taking in this game, because look at this. You can see the opponent's character in their intro, and that kind of shows you the direction they're trying to take in terms of presentation and aesthetic. Just the small things that they can fit in that really make a difference. So this is one of them. So they're really taking the extra mile to put in every single character. It could either be that, or it could just be a special interaction between these two, but I highly doubt it. I think it's just this specific intro shows the other character, and they do the same thing in Dragon Ball FighterZ with the Ginyu intro. All right, so here comes the first intro here. Into the match. Waifu status, of course. You gotta put the waifu status on her. I don't know her name. Don't expect me to know these names. So it's gonna take a little bit longer. Here comes the dude's intro here, and these are the two poster boy and girl and such. And we're going into the match here. So this is the next thing I wanted to bring up, is that once this is kind of new, and I haven't seen this been done, but there seems to be doing something like another layer to the interaction at the beginning of the match. So they do intro, possibly say something to each other, and then they do they do their own special intro, own dedicated intros, I should say, and then they have a special interaction afterwards. And I don't know if that's character specific or if it's going to be with everybody, because that would be really cool if it was with everybody. Nonetheless, I think adding that extra layer of interaction is really awesome. All right, so we're going in. Yep, Arc System works, developing the game, which is awesome. It looks freaking beautiful. And we get the next tidbit of gameplay here. Here we go. So first and foremost, we get started off with what I'm guessing is an auto combo, and there is going to be auto combos in this game. All right. From what it seems like, there was a Famitsu article that recently was released, and they translated it, and for the most part they were translating things, tidbits, and the general gist of it is they're going to be making this game pretty accessible to other players that are interested in Granblue, aka players that don't play fighting games. So they're going to try to simplify the game, which is totally fine. To do it in a 1v1 aspect is a little bit tougher, but then I was reminded that from a good friend of mine that Persona 4 was the exact same way. Persona 4 is a 1v1 fighter that was excuse me, that was simplified for other players, especially the Persona 4 like audience, or the Persona audience, to come over to the game and start picking it up and just have a good time. But at the same time having some complex mechanics and some complex like gameplay. And I hope this is very similar. So they might be showing off some very basic things like auto combos, but it might not just be the whole gist of it. We'll keep going here. But for the most part, from what I've seen, the reoccurring theme here is that they're using auto combos and they're using just very basic things like intros, outros, possibly the beginning of supers and all that stuff to make this trailer, which is awesome. So here we go. Here's the guy's auto combo, and then going into a special move. Okay, this is the girl's auto combo here. Bam, and I did see this combo once again. We'll see it again, and into a special move. So it seems to be like 1, 2, 3. That's the auto combo. That's the magic series into a special move of some kind. All right, that's the ladies, and there is a grab. There's grabs in this game, and special move. Now they're just showing off special moves at this point, which is nice. And bam, there's clashes in this game. So they're just showing off different things that they can think of. So one of them being special moves and the other thing being clashes in the game. No danger zone. Or is that what it's called? I can't remember. Danger time. Danger time. Thank you. Okay, so they're showing off more special moves. This is one of hers. Seems like he's frozen on the ground. And we'll see how that goes. I did hear that they were going to be incorporating different things like not ailments, but like buffs and nerfs. Like in the game, like there's specific moves that can buff your character's attack. That's what I hear that's gonna happen. So this could be one of those things. Who knows? Or it could just be specific to her. We'll have to find out. But just more special moves, more showcasing more things and such, and more special moves, special animations, of course, fast motion. And this is another thing that I wanted to kind of bring up here is the supers. Supers are going to be, there's going to be different kinds of supers. There's going to be supers and there's going to be Ogies. So supers are going to be, you can know that they're supers if they have like a dark background. And that's how you can tell that it's going to be a super. Bam, that's a super. Very nice. Has a nice startup, or has a nice animation startup, and then goes into the super and then finish it off with a nice camera angle. So, which is really cool. This is more like a rushing, whatever. So it seems pretty good for like whiff punishing and for projectiles, avoiding projectiles or going through projectiles, I should say. And that's that. And this seems to be, so there's also outros in this game. And I'm guessing this is one of the outros after he wins. This could be the outro for this specific character. I could see that. This is another thing for the female character. There's going to be a reflect or a counter where she counters and then she hits you. But here's the thing, she staggers you. So you can run up to them and do whatever you want, which is really, really good because it can lead to setups. It can lead to different situations that's favorable towards you. Or you can just go for straight up damage, which is what she does here. Auto combo, same auto combo as previously in the video earlier today. The same exact one, but into a different special move. This one's a lunging one, which reminds me a lot of like Mai and Mitsuru. This character just reminds me of Mitsuru. Just she's basically a knighted Mitsuru. So there's that, and this character. So remember when I said supers and Ogies? Ogies are like it's not a, and by the way, it's not a hoagie. I've had somebody mistaken that already. It's an ogi. I think it's Japanese for like secret art or something. So I don't know. You guys tell me. But for the most part, it's the equivalent of Astros and insta kills. I don't know if it's kills in the round, but I do know that it's the presentation and the aesthetic and just how flashy it looks is on the same par as an Astro or an insta kill. So this is hers. Bam, some nice presentation, some nice animations. I love it. I love it. And it's brutal. Does she have like a sacred spear or something? Look at that. Oh, stabbed them. Yeah, that's definitely like a kill scenario. And then that's it for that section of gameplay. So these two seem to be the poster children for this game, which is nice. And then we have the little gremlin, of course. If you don't know what I mean, look at that. Ooh, so beautiful. And all of a sudden, nope. Look at that little elf queen. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play the games. So here we go. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm calling it right now. This is going to be the most nightmare-fueled character you will ever face in this game. Guaranteed. 100%. This character is going to be really good. It's gonna be a nightmare to deal with. Just because look at her size. Look at her size. I don't care how big they made that crown. She's still super tiny. Okay, and she's gonna wail on you. She's gonna be really good. Mark my words. Okay, we're going in. Coming in with the intro. Actually, I really like her intro. I think it's the best one out of the 3 of them that we've seen so far. She just has a nice comedic one saying about her height, I'm pretty sure. And then comes into the battle, springing in there. And then we're going to go into some of the basics. Her auto combo, which is that one, into a special move. And then this is the intro, the special interaction I mentioned after the dedicated intro. So intro, special interaction. This is what you get. So this is really cool. I really like this, if you guys don't know already. So, all right, more special move showcase. It seems to be sort of an uppercut with a follow-up afterwards, which is cool. I like the stages in the background. Do you see that guy with the musket? Oh boy, oh boy. These are pretty good. And then after that, of course, you get the nice animation. Okay, cool. So yeah, seems to be like some sort of a counter. And then she goes for the follow-up. It's animation. Okay, that's what it is. Bam. And then going for another special move here. Taking flight. Here's another thing that I've noticed. You really don't see too much air combat in this one. You don't see any air dashes. You don't see any jump cancels. Seems to be like it's going to be a very grounded fighting game. That's of course because we have very limited footage. So it could be that we haven't seen too much footage. Or we haven't seen enough footage, I should say. So we just have to wait until we make some conclusive answers. Until I do, at least. So for the most part, this whole trailer is all grounded. Except for one character. We'll get to him later. So yeah, this is also showcasing techs. There's grab techs in the game. Bam. Someone tries to tech you, you can just press the same combination of buttons and you can break free of the grab. And then this is more auto combos. Bam. Special move, a flurry of slashes. And then this is her super move. Like I said, the background gets dark. They do a crazy move. And this is her crazy move. And look at how happy she is. Look how happy she is. Look at that. Holy crap. She's going crazy. Yeah, so that's a super move there, and this is an outro. You can tell by the fallen opponent on the ground on the right side there. And she has a nice little outro. She's cute. She's adorable. Nice comedic relief. I don't know what the music is. Okay, so this is another Ogi. I'm guessing this is her Ogi, which is like an Excalibur type thing, which I'm a big fan of. And you are too if you're a Fate fan. So bam, Excalibur. Here's a nice Ogi. This, I'm guessing, is an outro. Not only do you get, just an outro. So after the match is finished, if you won the whole game, then you get a nice little outro. I think that's showing hers. And who knows? That could also be an outro here as well. So we're just going through a whole bunch of different things. Here's what my guess is for this one right here. I'm pretty sure this is his Ogi. And you get to see the startup of this Ogi at the very end of the trailer. So they're making some separations between animations, which is what I'm guessing. So you get the animation where you initially start up this Ogi is at the end of the trailer. And then after that animation, you get this one, which can do a decisive blast or a lethal blast. But yeah, we're going to get going with this other character, which actually looks really, really cool. And I like the design, and I also like the gameplay part of him. So he has a dual wielding, like knives, swords. I don't know what you want to call them, but they're really, really cool. And of course, I really, really like the design of this character. I'm a big fan. Her name is Fairy. I already saw it all on Twitter, and I already saw that she's 13. And she's like a ghost girl, and she has a whip, and she's like the great aunt of the main character and all that good stuff. But she's, 13. But yeah, spirit girls are pretty cool. Furry girls are pretty cool, and 13, yeah, 13. So, yeah, but she looks really cool. I really want to play her quite a bit. I might main her too, because I really like whip characters, and she has a really cool design to her, which I really enjoy. So there's that, and I really like her. 13. So, okay, we're going to go here. Nice intro for the both of them. Bam, 2 other characters. I'm glad they showed off multiple characters here. So here we get started with the first thing with the next character, and this is the first thing I noticed. EX moves. EX moves to possibly extend combos. And this is what this is, I'm guessing. Just because he's glowing orange, and there's another piece of evidence to support this. Later on, and I'll show you guys after when it comes to. But for the most part, EX moves are possibly going to be a thing to extend combos, which I like it. I like it. Bam, you got that. You can extend the combo. Bam, nice. That seems to be his auto combo and such. And another special move. It seems to have some ice abilities, which is really cool. So this is the first example of a jumping normal or anything to do with like air combat. So you can, just like regular fighting games, you can just jump in and do a jump and do a jump in. That's it. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe hopefully there's still air combos. Maybe there's still air dashes and such. Maybe it's just like Street Fighter where you just jump. It's possibly gonna be like that. All right, bam. Special moves. This is really interesting right here. Has an icicle and you can go right behind them to cover that. That's really good. If that happens, you can do that on block as well, that's really good because you can immediately put them in a situation where they have to block, and that's not fun. So you got that. Bam. Got some special moves, some damage, which is really, really nice. Auto combo into like some sort of a Rekka move here. This seems to be his auto combo here. Bam, bam. And you can see that same auto combo before and it's earlier right here. Bam, bam, bam. Same auto combo, same exact one, but he goes into a different move. And this one, he goes into like some sort of Rekka move. He does the auto combo and then he goes bam, bam, bam. He might be a Rekka character. So that's always a really fun thing. I like Rekka characters and he looks really cool. So this might be up for you guys if you guys like Rekka characters. Bam, we're going on to the Spirit Ghost Girl in 13. We're going in. That's her grab animation, which is really cool. Seems she's a whip character. She's going to be a long-range zoner type character. So she has full screen grabs, it seems like. I don't know if they're hits or if they're just regular command grabs. Bam. And you got some nice... It seems like that's a fireball there. And he's blocking. So that's the first bit we get of a blocking animation, which is really, really nice. So it seems to be like some sort of a projectile. And an overhead. Look at that overhead. So we do have our first example of an overhead, and they do tell you if that is an overhead by exclamation points. Surprise! That's really cool. I like that a lot. So they're put into blocks then by this ball, and then after that they go for some sort of a move. I don't know if it's instant jumping or if it's a command that you can do that specific move, and that's it. Bam, and you get yourself a nice overhead. Nani? An overhead, that's right, exclamation points. I really like that. And you don't get to see it too much, so you have to be able to frame by frame it to be able to do that. And then we got another example of air combat. I don't know if it's a specific launcher or you can actually take flight and do some cool combos. So there's that, which is really cool. Seems to be some sort of an air grab. You can tell by like the little animation here. Bam. Just like that. That's how you know it's somewhat of a grab or some sort of an animation, or if maybe it's a command grab. I don't know. So there's that. Throws you down to the ground, which is really nice. And this seems to be her auto combo right here. Starting off with a very fast normal and going into a series of 3 attacks, and then going into, this is the second piece of evidence of EX moves, by the way. They glow orange. They do the move, so they did the auto combo, they did an EX move, and wall bounces, you can continue the combo afterwards. Bam, just like that. That's a nice pooch right there. Holy crap. So, that's really, really cool. So yeah, that's shows you like there's going to be EX moves in this game, and there's going to be overheads and such, mix-ups. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm excited. That actually gets me really very, very excited. So I can't wait to see more. So this seems to be like the Ogi for this character, or at least the startup of the Ogi. Look at all that ice everywhere. Oh boy, animations, camera angles, epic dialogue, all that good stuff. Are those her Brazungas? No, that's her. Oh, those are her freaking arms. Arm puff things, you know, princesses and stuff. So anyways, this seems to be the startup of her Ogi, which is really cool. It's going to be, you know, doing this into the Excalibur. Maybe they have different Ogis. Who knows? That could be really cool. 2 different Ogis. That'd be nice variety. And then after that, you get the startup, I'm guessing, of Fairies Ogi. Bam. Starting it up. And this is the continuation of him. And this is how you can also tell. It's like they have the same like over the shoulder type of angle. And that's possibly universal for every Ogi. Who knows? It could be, or it could not be. I don't know. Speculation, man. Speculation. Oh, that was really cool. I don't know about the... Dang. This got me stumped when I first saw it, just because it seems like there's different types of... I don't know if this is like a mechanic where it's similar to like Reversal Edge or even Wager from Injustice, where you get to wager some meter to get them off you, or if this is just a special interaction between the two. If it's a special interaction, I'll be really excited. That'd be really, really cool. Going above and beyond to please the eyes with some cool animations. So just some different cuts and such. Whoo, boy, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that little smirk. She doesn't even say anything. No, she doesn't. She's cool. I like her. A lot of characters. Bam. Holy crap. Going crazy. This seems to be another super, as you can tell from the dark background. And here we go with this right here. This seems to be her Ogi. Wow, she is going in, making a huge explosion. Whoo, boy. Dude, this character is going to be sick. I'm excited to play her. Kaboosh. Outros. Possibly another outro here. After you won the game. This is his outro after he won the game. And of course, the rest is history. The rest we have to wait for another day for some more gameplay. So definitely some of the things... Oh yeah, this is the thing I was telling you about. This is the beginning of his Ogi. I'm guessing this is the beginning of his Ogi right here. Bam, summon the big old dragon guy monster. Dude Dragon Man. And Bro Dragon Man, that's what I'm gonna call him. Bro Dragon Man. And then you do the crazy animation where he pops up and they're all together. But for the most part, that was pretty much it. That's the trailer right there. Some of the things that are memorable. There's going to be auto combos in the game. There's going to be crazy animations in terms of the intros, the special interactions, the Ogis, the supers, the camera angles, everything. It's going to be so cool. The potential for this game's like aesthetic and presentation is going to be so sick. It's going to just be eye candy. It's just going to be eye candy pretty much, which is really, really cool. Another thing is, of course, Mix-Up. I'm great. Ever since, the reason why I like acting so like afraid that there's no Mix-Up is because like I recently played SNK Heroines and there's no crouching in the game, and I'm really sad about that. So every game that comes out now, I'm just like, can you crouch? Can you crouch? So cool, Mix-Up and all that stuff. A bunch of different things are going to be happening with this game. I'm super excited. What do you guys think? What did you guys take from this breakdown, from this trailer? If you guys did take anything from it, if you guys didn't, then hopefully you can teach me something next time. So anyways, thank you all for watching the video. Are you guys excited for this game as I am? I am actually very, very excited. I'll get on the lore ASAP, I promise. That's going to be it for me today. Follow me on Twitter if you guys want to know anything about me or the channel, or if you want to do any recommendations, or let me know what you saw from this breakdown that I didn't go over. And also, subscribe to the channel for more Granblue versus. I'm going to be covering this game quite a bit. I'm really excited for it. Like I said 1,000,000 times today already. And of course, like the video if you guys want to see more of these. And I will see you guys in the next one, amigos. Peace out.